Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vassell. Welcome to 10,000 and Below. This is a series where I take a look at games that are ranked really low on Board Game Geek, but we look for games that might be good. Sometimes I know about the games. We'll talk about them. Either way, I find it to be interesting. Here we go. Alrighty, so today we're taking a look at, we'll always take a look at the first one, Crash by Crash, Firefly Tall Game, it's Firefly, Tripoli, Red Beach 1 Tarawa has 87 ratings, and Sesame Puzzle Beach, I gave that one a 7 back in 2016. Alright, Crash by Crash is from Czech Board Games, that's not Czech Games Edition, they're different companies. I like the concept of this one. It is it's a bumper cars type game. So that looks interesting. It seems like a fun theme, although I don't know how you have a victory condition. Like, I hit you the most. But it looks like something that I would like to play. Huh. Firefly Tall Card. Oh, man, this, on the other hand, barely looks like Firefly. Oh, maybe this is a game that they play in Firefly. It's from Toy Vault. And Toy Vault makes a lot of really bad games, unfortunately. Tripoli. Standard deck playing card game. Play with a special layout. Poker chips. Each hand has Hearts, Poker, Michigan Rummy. Came out in 1937. Well, considering how many people have rated this one, there's a good chance that if you're watching this, you played it. I have not, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I don't know. I'm right. This is from Decision Games. Ranked quite low, even on the War Games thing. It seems like the lower we get down in these ratings, the worse the counter sheets look. Yeah, not too good looking there, I guess. Alrighty. Logic Labyrinth. What was the name that I played? Just probably Logic Labyrinth, I guess, or Puzzle Sesame. Okay, well, I can go down and look at my review and see what it was called. Wow, 4 years ago. Oh, Logic Labyrinth, that was the name of it. Huh, it's not even on Board Game Geek. I'd have to get that added there. Yeah, I remember this one because basically you have a whole bunch of tiles in front of you and you are moving them and stuff to get from one thing to another thing, to get from a path to a path. That's a good concept, and I thought it worked really well for kids, which is why I gave it a 7. It was a fun game for kids. All right, Universal Fighting System, Penny Arcade, The Island of Dr. Necro, which I gave a 3 to. We'll talk about that in a second. Galapago, Arcadia, The Wild Hunt, Heroes of Graxia. I remember that one a lot. Heroes and Tricks, and M is for Mouse. Alrighty, Universal Fighting System. This one is interesting to me because it's from Sabertooth Games. This is for the Universal Fighting System itself, which has Penny Arcade, Soul Calibur 3, Street Fighter, The King of Fighters 2006, etc., etc., etc. I'm curious, what do you think the other ones are rated for in this Universal Fighting System? Well, Soul Calibur's 13,789, Street Fighter's 10,309. This one didn't even get rated. Well, alrighty. This one has the Penny Arcade people in it. This must not be that great of a game, or just not that rated to be so low. It's a collectible card game too. Island of Dr. Necro is one of the first, nowadays there's a lot of cooperative card games. This one here had like a fun type of story and cards and artwork, but the game itself just wasn't good. This came out from AEG back when not everything AEG did was stellar. AEG is pretty much on point now. And you were just kind of going from card to card, challenge to challenge, and it just felt like it was on rails. I didn't enjoy this game at all. Neat theme, but I didn't like the game. Galapago. I gave this one a 6. This is a game... Oh, this is the one that has mutants. And they're 2 different animals, and you turn over a card. And you have to find a thing that matches those requirements. Yeah, I played this. My kids enjoyed this. Not necessarily a game for me, but one that kids could enjoy, which is why I gave it a 6. Arcadia the Wild Hunt is from White Wolf Entertainment. No starter packs. Each boosters. You need 2 boosters to play for. I love this. It says, from a marketing standpoint, this game should have sold well. But it didn't, I guess. I don't know. It almost feels like they're like, well, it should have worked. Well, this came out in '96, and it definitely is a sign of the times. A neat map, though. Yeah, I don't know that I like the artwork, but I like how it looks a little bit. Heroes of Graxia. Now, there was several Graxia games, or at least 2 Graxia games. This one here, I remember playing this one very distinctly. This is actually one of the first games, I believe, that I played with Z Garcia. And yeah, you were building these things. I remember playing it and thinking, it's okay. It's a deck building game. It was one of the first deck building games, but it was not well designed. Frankly, a 6 is more of me rating it in 2010. I'm pretty sure I would give it a 5 at this point in time, but I'd have to look at it some more before I change my rating. Heroes and Tricks. I really, really dislike this game, which is unfortunate. I like this company a lot. I think this game looks beautiful. It is a trick-taking game, but it's so complex and so much going on and special abilities and chaotic. I need a trick-taking game to have some sort of smoothness to it, and it did not. I think both the designers are great people, but it just was not that good of a game, at least in my opinion. M is for Mouse. This is a kid's game. You want to get rid of cards in your hand. You cover cards with an A on top of an apple. I'm a little bit off on how this one played, but it's in this line of Bright Idea games, and I know it worked really well with kids, which is why I gave it the rating I gave it. All right, Me Archimedes. I'm about to review that one. Interesting. I was originally scheduled to review that this week, and I just pushed it back to next week. That's interesting. A pirate plank. Battleship Express. Wow, there's a lot of games here with a lot of ratings. And when that's the way it is, then you know they're not really that good of games. So here we go. Me Archimedes. This is a game in which you're moving these marbles across this board, trying not to tip the board, and you're just trying to move marbles into the opponent's end zone. That is it. Full review coming soon. Pirate Plank, another Lego game. Wow, there's so many Lego games that are ranked low, which is unfortunate because Lego's really cool. Lego games sounds amazing. And this one, unfortunately, must not be. You are building a die and pushing your comrade into it. Man, this one's even cool. You get to build your die. Oh, well. Battleship Express, a small little game. This one I've not had the opportunity to play. Some of these Express games were pretty neat. This one sounds neat. I don't know why. It has a cool look to it. But obviously, well, let's take a look at the comments. You rarely miss, so the first player was always who won. Reroll your luck. A dice chuck game. It didn't float my boat. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, filler. Clearly a child's game. It's okay. There might be a better game for 2 and or with kids. Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. Medieval. Medieval's from Twilight Creations, who makes all the zombie games. So it's not compatible with zombies, but it is a game based on zombies. Set in medieval times, obviously. Bad to the bone! Probably it would have sold better had it been able to be compatible with zombies, probably, just because the Zombies franchise seems to do really well. They're going to kill that poor meeple. I love this picture. Let's give it a thumbs up. All right. Camp Panzer, Armored Combat, 1937 to 1940. Another Jim Dunnigan. Jim Dunnigan's a very well-respected designer, but I am noticing quite a few of his games are landing in the lower rated ones. Man, whoever designs these boards does not help in this regard. I mean, that board is hideous. And it's experimental simultaneous movement sheet. But maybe the game is good. Whew, I don't like this how this looks. Monopoly, Game of Thrones. Obviously, it's Monopoly. It's rated low. Kind of cool pieces there. But really, again, when it comes to slapping a theme on a game, to be frank, Monopoly is the worst of the matter, of all of them. Because how does that even make any sense? Jaime Lannister going to pay rent to Cersei? Makes no sense at all. Alrighty, let's go to something that makes sense. Where are we at? Alright. Oh, there's a game based on Master and Commander. Let's take a look at it. Bounty Hunter, Shootout at the Saloon. Pass the Pigs, Pig Party Edition. Dragon Rapid Fire, I played that one. Ace of Spies. And Abridged. Oh, Sugi has 123 ratings, so we got to look at that too. Whew! Quite a few things to look at in this 100. Master and Commander. A limited release of a game based on the film. Okay. You move ships around. Magnetic prize disc representing your strength. So it looks like this game was meant to be classy looking. I mean, this looks like classy, something you get at Cracker Barrel maybe. But classy does not equal good. It's nice looking, but Shootout at the Saloon. It's an exciting, fast-paced, realistic creation of gunfights, robberies in the Wild West. Using this stop action. Oh, it's one of those games. So it's like a book. Each player has a book. There's these airplane ones. Oh my word. What are you? This isn't Mech Warrior, but that sure looks like Mech Warrior with all the stuff. And then you both flip to a page in the book, and then you decide what you're going to do, and then you both flip to another page to see what happens. They don't show enough of the books, unfortunately. Interesting. Yeah, this doesn't seem like it would work very well as the airplane one did. Pass the Pigs, Pig Party. Oh my word. Not are you going to get 2 dice, you're going to get multiple dice with hot new colors. Pass the Pig, you roll dice, get points, push your luck. Dragon Rapid Fire, I gave this one a 6. This re-implemented Unicorn Glitter Luck. Alright, yep, that's what it is. Just kind of a move along the path. It's good for little kids. Ace of Spies. This is from Albino Dragons. Michael Fox is the designer of this one. I remember this one because this is the first Kickstarter I ever saw where they started the Kickstarter, it funded, and then they canceled it. They canceled it because who knows why. It was funded, and that blew my mind because I was like, wait, you fund it. If you needed more money than your funding goal, then why did you pick that goal? I thought that was odd. I don't know much about the game. It might be excellent. Who knows? But it didn't really go anywhere or get any traction. Abridged. I distinctly remember the out-of-the-box people came to me and they said, Bridge is super popular. Abridged is going to be our next Apples to Apples. Well, it wasn't. It's 2006 it came out. Maureen Hyrone, who is a designer most people don't know about, but she's probably the best-selling woman designer in the world. She's made many, many games that have sold very, very well. Bridge just was not one of those. She always wears that. Dazzler Up, 789, Super Circles, Quitch, Triple O Mix-Up. I wouldn't remember which of her, none of her games are highly rated, but they are very well selling. I do not think a Bridge sold very well. I didn't like it. It's a simple version of Bridge. It did make me say, guess what? I'm never going to play Bridge. Sugi, this is from GDM Games. Meet spirits so they can make it to the temple. It's a typical path laying game. If you're going to make a game where you connect cards with paths, there's a lot out there. You better make yours sharp and look interesting, and this one probably didn't meet that. Whew! We're not even halfway. The Golden Compass. I don't know what this is. Monopoly City. The Chain Game. Draco Company. Smugglers of the Galaxy. And Stack Market. Woo! Here we go. Golden Compass, based on the This game is for the book. The game for the movie is located over here. Oh, okay. What about the TV show? It's a pretty looking game, that's for sure. But it never came out in English, it looks like. And it's made by the Brands. Weird, you would think it would be better. It's a night, slight, and travel game. Okay, unfortunately it's getting enough negative things. Light, oh well. I don't know anything about this game, but it has 171 ratings. It's a series of games from the famous cartoonist, I can't pronounce his name, lightweight party games. Let's take a look at this art on our very slow. Now look at this whiteness. Come on, pop up the art here. There you go. Monopoly City. You add extra buildings to give a little twist. This came out 2009. 80 extra buildings added to the game. Residential or industry buildings. There's no community chest, only chance. Okay. Well, this sounds interesting. It looks really cool. Needs batteries. Oh, okay. All right, well, I got to see what the ratings say on this one because it's okay, better than original Monopolies. Some strategy, too much luck. It's okay, but it's still Monopoly. Huh. Pulled from collection. It's like a regular Monopoly, except same, but different. More interesting and basic version. It's shorter. Huh. It's like everyone's like, it's better than Monopoly, but still bad. Oh, well. The chain game. You say a common phrase with one word from the previous phrase, and you keep the chain going, and you have to keep your links. If you don't, you lose your links. It's a party game. This is also from Out of the Box Publishing. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't great either. Drac Company. Now, this one I've given a 7 to. I suspect the next time I take a deeper look at this one, it's going to go down to a 6. This one's pretty low rated. It's from the Blue Box series of games. And the artwork's fun, but it's just a pass this goblet around and everything. Great artwork and all. And I remember it's been like, oh yeah, it's silly fun. I just don't know what I would think about it now. It's been probably 15 years since I played it. It's kind of a move it around, play this card to move it here and everything else. It's probably a 6. Smugglers of the Galaxy. I do remember this one. Another space game. Yeah, it doesn't look very good. It's been a few years since I reviewed it. Yeah, again, I remember this now. You get to, it has a feel of an older game, going around, picking up goods and delivering them to another spot. Not that good of a game. Stack Market, I very much remember this one. Here's the pitch, ladies and gentlemen. It's like a stock market game, but with dexterity. That's what it is, literally. You are stacking blocks, raising stocks. It sounded like a cool combination, but it wasn't. Alrighty. Where are we at now? Oh, Evil Intent. Flame War. We'll take a look at Flame War. I don't know what that game is. Shooting down here. Teams of Enemies. I like the name of that one. Rome at War. Bam. Pointless, the board game. There's a lot of games here that are ranked over, that have over 100 ratings, which is usually what I take a look at here. Well, here we go. Evil Intent, you're an evil genius. This game is super lucky. I was really surprised. This is an early Kickstarter. Has a lot of interesting ideas in it, but it just was not that good of a game. I was really disappointed by this one because I like the idea of being an evil genius, but All right, Flame Wars. You're a forum administrator. You want to be... Yeah, okay, never mind. Why would I want to play a game about being a forum administrator? Scowl. It's from Scotland. You're dwarves. Well, All right, Teams of Enemies. A trivia game in which you form 2 teams, but player scores are tracked individually because you can switch teams throughout the game. Not the only game with that theme. Rome at War 1, Hannibal at Bay. This is from Stephen C. Jackson, Avalanche Press. They're not squares, they're wavy. I guess that's better than them just being squares. BAM. Germany is looking for BAM. Find a card in your answer. Oh, so it's like apples to apples. All right. Pointless, the board game. It's based on the wily and compelling BBC TV quiz show. Okay, so it sounds like Family Feud. All right. Oh, but you don't want to get the most thing. You want to get one of the answers. Oh, you want to get an answer that nobody's mentioned. Interesting. Okay, so it's like the opposite of Family Feud. Easy School. This came out in 2007. You have to pass as many exams as possible. Yeah, that sounds super fun. Look at that guy, he's cheating. The China War, Sino-Soviet conflict in the 1980s. This came out in 1979, so I guess it was a future game at that point in time. They were assuming China and Russia would invade one another. Ooh, look at those counters. They're beautiful. Sequence dice. It's like sequence, but you roll dice to determine. That actually doesn't sound that bad. But it's rated quite low. Sequence isn't probably rated very highly here. All right. Let's see. We got Double Crossing. Backpacker. Wildlife. I drank what? That game. High Stakes Drifters and Warchon. All right, here we go. Double Crossing. You drive your train around the board collecting cards and selling them. A game that combines adventure, danger, strategy, luck of the dice, etc. This is a... man, I love the look of this game. I don't know what it is. I love the look of these games. That just looked fun back in the day. Backpacker, this is from 2004. Take pictures in different countries. Nah, card game. Wildlife, 1964. It's not Ravensburg Wildlife Adventure. Ooh, this looks like those things you used to get in the mail. Oh, I got some cards of animals with pictures. I don't know if any of you ever got that. I remember those. I drank what? You have a poison? Everyone has poisons. Someone's going to die. Ah, it's one of those games. High Stakes Drifter. This is from WizKids from 2005. Doc Holliday. Poker chips that look like you punch those out. Bury a gear card. The cards look nice. And Warchon. Tony Lee, artist Larry Elmore, Z-Man Games. Really? Wow, 2002. A book replaces hex maps. Whew. That artwork ain't pretty, though. All right. Well, that's that, folks. We've come to the end of another 100. Wow, we're starting to talk about more games in these because there's a lot of games that have a lot of ratings. Like I said, though, that usually means they're pretty bad since they're rated lower. But that's it. That's all we got. We'll be back again next time with another 100 games. We're getting lower and lower. Until then, though, I'm Tom Vassell, and you've been watching 10,000 and Below on the Dice Tower.